comes in many forms. It could be music, visual arts, dance, culinary arts, or acting. Art is built on the artist's creativity and imagination. But when you take creativity and imagination away from an artist and then tell them what to do and how to do it, the artist becomes limited in what they can create. I have studied many acting methods in school. I am aware that there are very many different types of acting methods, and they are for all sorts of people. But the Stanislavski system is one I have studied the most, and it is most accepted among actors. Meyerhold and Stanislavski are considered opposites, especially when discussing the differences in their methods. Today, I will share an overview of both methods and the role and process of the actor in each method. When studying acting, one should not study Meyerhold's methods for training, but instead look to Stanislavski's system for direction. Meyerhold's method is called biomechanics. It strips the actor of all creative input, but Stanislavski's system revolves around the actor's creative work. Meyerhold's method came about when the era of theater switched from the actor's theater to the director's theater. In the text, The Art of the Actor in 2007 by Jean Benedetti, an acting professor, the fundamentals of Meyerhold's method is explained as constructivism. It's like making the theater a machine tool. Productions were meticulously organized, planned, and all effects were carefully calculated. The aim of the performance in Meyerhold's method was not to interpret or deconstruct the text, but rather construct and organize the audience's response. The only creative force in the theater, according to Meyerhold, is the director. A theater study handout from Punahou University, 2011 in Hawaii, explains the stage, the actor, and all theatrical elements were viewed by Meyerhold as, again, a single complex machine under direct control of the director, which, in this case, was himself. Creativity and imagination were very much lacking in Meyerhold's method. Stanislavski's system, the method of actions, on the other hand, is centered around the creativity and imagination of the actor. Benedetti's text says the fundamentals of Stanislavski's are that the actor must understand and make use artistically of the mechanisms of human behavior, and that the emotion is the result of an interaction within the world. So instead of being told what to do and how to do things, the actors in Stanislavski's theater were able to create and have creative control over the characters which they created. Also using the magic if theory. If I were Hamlet, what would I do? Instead of worrying about the audience's feelings, in Stanislavski's system, the actor would deconstruct the text or the scene to find the meaning lying underneath, the subtext. According to a different handout from Punahou University in 2011, the result of the actor's deconstruction of the text is the actor's feelings therefore become the audience's feelings. Seeing the difference of these two methods bring us to the difference of the roles of the actors and the methods. Stanislavski and Meyerhold have very different opinions on what the actor's role and process should be. Meyerhold did not give any creative control to the actor. He instead, as director, would give all control. Actors in Meyerhold's theater were kind of like pawns in a chess game. Move where I say, and do as I say. Meyerhold's thought on the actor's process consists of three phases. The first is intention. The actor accepts a task given to him from an outside source, whether it be the author in the text or the director said out loud. The second is realization, which is the automatic response of the body and voice, just what you do automatically. Then there's reaction, which is the automatic response just disappearing to prepare for the next cycle, so it just starts all over again. In Benedetti's text, Meyerhold explains that no emotion is involved. not even for a performance. So, as Meyerhold explains, the audience sees every thought on stage. They comprehend the situation fully in advance, so they have no need to make any effort to grasp the underlying message. But in Stanislavski's system, he gives a completely different process for the actor. According to Stanislavski, you must be a part of the character, and the character must be a part of you. Here's his process. First is analysis. This is an analysis of the actions and the events in the play. The actor works as himself, responds in his own accord. So the actor must have no source other than his own experience and emotion, so he must transform into the character. The second is the studying of the text, and this is one of the most important aspects of Stanislavski's system. You must study its style. You must study the play's period and the play's background, because this gives you a better understanding of the situations your character would go through and how they would be able to control them or deal with them. And then the third is to shape the two previous steps that you did, analysis and study of the text, into a coherent, full performance. This process allows the audience to believe that the responses and the gestures and the actions that are on stage given by the actor are organic and true, that they come from a real place and they're not just doing what they were told to be doing. Jean Benedetti says, in a play, the world is a fiction, which actors must transform into something resembling fact. The differences in Stanislavski's and Meyerhold's methods are a lot, many. There are many differences. As an actor, reviewing these two methods, I would think one would choose Stanislavski's system because he would be allowed to express his creativity and imagination. Whereas with Meyerhold's method, you would be limited to what you were told to do by someone else. I think the reason that actors become actors is to cultivate their imagination, to be able to use their creativity as with any artist with any form of art. So therefore, when studying acting, I believe one should study the Stanislavski system to develop and harness the skills and work necessary to being a great actor or actress on stage. And I want to end with one of my favorite quotes from Stanislavski. In our art, being theater, you must live the part every moment that you play it, and every time.